Hello. How are we all doing? Man, that looks crazy. What is going on? Hello, John. Can you hear me okay? Hi, Mel. That is so strange. I don't know why the light is being a little bit wonky looking here. It's very blue. It's very blue in here. And okay. Yeah, and then if I get up really close, I can whisper. But I feel like speaking softly is also really nice. So definitely open. If y'all have any preferences, please let me know. Let's see if we... What on earth? You have literally one job. That guy's so bright, but I feel like it maybe helps a little bit. Hello, TA Calendar. Hello, Matthew. How are y'all doing? Gonna do this number and what are you, John? Are you talking about this crazy shift show back here? It's just a couple of flower vases. Flower vases with Christmas lights in them. Hello, Jennifer. How are you doing? How are you doing? Glad you're here. Brianna, Blake. Welcome, welcome. How was y'all's night? Bella McDonald, glad you're here. Welcome. Oh, Flores from Flanders, Belgium. Oh, yes. Yeah, no, sometimes the timing is probably pretty strange to line up. All right. I'm just getting a little situated here. Just getting a little situated. It's a little too bright, I think. Oh, wow, 3 a.m. So TA, I don't have any, like, wigs or mannequin heads or anything to brush hair. And I don't have a friend with hair to brush with me. So it's a solo chat this evening. Hello, Lover XL. So my current schedule that I've been doing the last few weeks, and as far as I know I'm going to continue with, is Monday, Wednesdays here on the YouTube machine. Oh, I did a fun nail color. It's blue, so of course it's not looking like much here, but I still think it's fun. So Monday, Wednesday's here, and then TikToks I've been doing Monday, Thursday, Friday. So, oh yeah, I think that I get really confused. Sorry. Sunday and Wednesdays are the YouTubes, like it's been for a while now. And then Monday, Tuesday, Thursday on TikTok. Oh, Jesus, dog going. Are you okay, baby? It's been kind of noisy this evening. In fact, yeah, someone's. Can y'all hear that? It's either a drill or a saw. Of course, let me just get some stuff out of the drawer here, like the chocolate bar toothbrush. It's a good thing to procure. Lip gloss that looks like absolutely nothing. Great. Great. Excellent. Great. Oh, thank you. Yeah, my TikTok is the same as the YouTube channel, which I just switched, a couple weeks ago. Corrina ASMR. The handle on my TikTok is Corrina Rachel Official, just so you can ensure you're on the right one. I have not found any people pretending to be me, but I feel like every person almost that I follow on TikTok, a little while after, I get followed by someone that looks like them, but it's not them. So you do kind of have to just, make sure. And just so y'all know, I will never, ever, ever ask you for money, ask you to send me anything, ask you to buy me anything. If you receive messages from someone on the internet that appears to be me, please know, like, it is not me. I would not do that. I will not do that. Yeah, the saw sound. I mean, apparently they have a light or something, right? Because it's already dark. Corrina, AJP. Yeah, y'all, if the saw noise. Let me get my earphones plugged. My earphones plugged in. Welcome to everyone just popping in. Thank you so much for being here. Doing a little ASMR with additional background saw noises. So yeah, if I was trying to film videos right now, I would not do it, right? That noise. I would not. Oh, thank you so much, Greg. Yeah, I hung up some extra Christmas lights. Oh, look, one of them's blinking. Great. Excellent. I have a creepy neighbor in my apartment complex that does tribal chants every Friday around midnight. So I understand. Tribal chants. That sounds... Wow, yeah, I can definitely hear that. Well, consider it like you came to the ASMR chat and then you got some extra ASMR for free. That's not great. But I feel like the chats are really just more of like us getting to kick it together and catch up with each other. It's really not a perfectly manicured ASMR experience like a regular video. But then there's also something really special about, at least I feel, about getting to kind of connect with y'all. And I like my neighbors, but I hate the mentality of most apartment dwellers. Like they own the dang place and live here alone and can make tons of noise. I definitely feel you, but I also feel bad because I think sometimes I'm the one making the noise and bothering my neighbors, and I feel bad. But yeah, there's definitely an element. Sometimes I'm like, do people just not realize how loud, something is? Or they just really don't care. Or they've got a noisy neighbor on the other side, so then they're like, frick it, man. If I have to deal with their noise, then I'm gonna. Oh, it's rough, though. It is rough. Greg Gonski, Matthew Lockwood, glad y'all are here. Mel B, miss owning my house. Man, I think owning a house, I'll just tell y'all, I've never owned a house in my life. But just the little bit that I've observed of other people who own houses, it seems like such a nightmare. Just like constant stuff. And then like you own the house, so you're like, man, I actually should go ahead and pay the money to really fix this problem. And oh, lordy lou. Like owning a car, but times a million because it's a house. Favorite Christmas light color combos. I mean, purple's just my favorite color. And then it was so funny because I was hanging these lights behind me, and of course, the two purple lights on the string happen to be kind of out of view. But if I can find just like all purple Christmas lights, not the little ones, but these ones that I have back here, can't see them very well, but they have kind of this like matte textured coating. Erica Boberica. I love that. I love that screen name. Erica Boberica. Okay, so that's very interesting. All I can hear now is the jacuzzi tub running. I have to go. TA calendar. If you're still here, have a lovely, lovely night and enjoy the jacuzzi tub. That sounds fabulous. Samuel, thank you. Wild ASMR is the best ASMR. Thank you, Erica, for being here and for your funny and amusing screen name. I love it. Anything that's fun to say, like yes, we should say it as much as possible. Let's see, what was I using on this that I loved so much? It's funny, once I put in the headphones, I feel like speaking is like way too loud, and now I'm like so quiet. So, oh my gosh, you heard a little gurgle. That's the danger of getting so close to the microphone. Again, when I'm filming videos, I can pause, I can take a break, I can like pull away and, I'll have like my little gurgling noise or whatever away from the mic. And then, I usually edit it out later also. But being live, talking for hours and hours right up on the mic. Anyways, I know that y'all get, I gurgle on you. looks when it catches the reflection of the red light. Where did it go? Isn't that so funny when you're trying to... There it is. That's pretty. I had to go. Oh, I had to get out of my lease. Goes of your upstairs neighbor. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I am so sorry that you had such a traumatic experience. Dramatic. I mean, probably dramatic also, but that is so unfortunate. And yeah, breaking a lease is such a pain. Finding a new place. Oh, going on vacation to Frankenmuth. It's known as the Hallmark town in America. Oh, I'm like, what town is that? I feel like I should know that. What town is the Hallmark town? Hello, Chloe. How are you doing? So I'm using the spatulone. Frankenmuth, Michigan. Interesting. Spatulone. Hello, Brian. J. Jones. Brian J. Jones, welcome. Hello, Aaron King. Glad to see you here. Thank you so much for being here. Oh my god. Yeah, stomach noises while recording. Man, Mel B, crickets. Sometimes. I guess like very like seasonal cricket issues here. But yeah, sometimes it is like hundreds of crickets. You know, like any type of store with automatic door, right? Which is most of them. I mean, there will just be so many crickets. They are everywhere. It is, I mean, like better than roaches, I guess. But anyway, so bless your heart for having to deal with that. That is also traumatic. Wow. I live in the middle of the fields. Hearing nothing can be scary too. So glad you have your neighbor's sabotage sounds. Yeah, I know what you mean about that, Florist, because yes, there is a comfort of being near people, and I do enjoy like hearing people, walking around outside, or they're like going to their car in the parking lot, or even though the dogs, sometimes there's like so many dogs going at once, it can be a little crazy, but even that to me, is comforting. So it's a toss-up. Oh, hello, Grant. How are you doing? So good to see you. Glad you're here. I love these lives. Fun fact, you were the first ASM artist I watched back when I started. Oh, that is so cool, Aaron. I am so, I don't even know, like flattered, humbled, honored, shocked. glad that you have been on this ASMR journey with me for such a long time. That's just super cool. Very meaningful to me. Paris Opal, welcome. Glad you're here. You're so sweet, Chloe's life. You're so sweet. Thank you. Oh, yikes. Local garages in Atlanta. Yikes. Yikes. Oh, G-Pulse 94. Well, I feel like live ASMR is it's just a little more chatty and distracted, but I definitely try to also integrate some noises. And if you guys have trigger requests, please feel free to drop them in the comments. I do love actually doing lots of ASMR in the chats, even though I have a really fun time just chatting and kicking it with y'all too. Can you do some inaudible whispers? Exactly, just the right balance of sound surrounding you is important. I can remember my first ASMR artist. Oh, AJP. Can't even remember my first ASMR artist. It's been over a decade. I remember the video. It was just called Mic Test. And I know she had red hair, but it was not Emma of the Whispers Red channel. I was like, and then she just disappeared after that video. I don't really think there was a lot more. And then Heather Feather, I would say, was like my first ASMR artist too. I was really like going to her videos all the time and just I have so much love and admiration for her. So I kind of consider her like my first ASMR artist, even though technically I'd seen that other woman's video. She didn't really like continue creating or anything, so it was just kind of like that one little experience. And then Heather Feather is who I consider introduced me to ASMR and made me fall in love with ASMR. Casey reads and other things. Casey reads and other things. ASMR, I don't know. She makes Miss Meridian. Yeah. I love the claw clip ASMR. Sorry for distracting you. No, not at all, you guys. I freaking love you. So I did the comb sounds for a long time. I love that thing. And then we've got the scratchies. Paris, they let me go from the channel last year. And it has been a not pleasant. It has been not pleasant of an experience. But I'm really scared of them coming after me for defaming them. So, at the risk of not defaming them, I'm going to just call it at that. But perhaps that suffices to say. This silicone finger thing, is this the silicone finger thing of which you inquire? Oh, Donna ASMR, yes. Oh, G-Pulse, what are you reading, if you don't mind? Or, I don't know, I think it'd be nice if you want to let us know what you're working on, if you're studying. But anyways, yes. Yes, I think that is the one I'm thinking of. That was my very first video. And that's why I couldn't remember it. Oh yeah, the fuzzy thing over the mic. I have some fuzzy things, but I actually don't have the iconic fuzzy thing that most of the other ASMR artists have. Thank you, Paris. You know, I mean, I'm so much happier now being my own boss and getting to do what I want. But it is very rough that the last 12 years of my life, literally all I have to show for that is when you guys find me here on my channel. And that just makes it all worth it, because Chloe's life, okay, good, it's working. I freaking put my internet, I have like a little booster internet thing, and I have it literally right next to the computer. So hopefully I have some freaking pretty good internet freaking activity going on right now. Oh, Arrested Development. Development arrested the blues and plantation power in the Mississippi Delta. Wow, planning and public policy. Holy crap. Oh, sorry guys, I didn't mean to curse at you. Alright, so the P word, trigger word people, guys, oh my gosh. A PhD program for planning and public policy. Plantation power, the blues and plantation power in the Mississippi Delta. A PhD program for planning and public policy. Planning and public policy, planning and public policy. I'm reading a romance novel right now called Things We Hide from the Light. Cheeky. Gregonsky. I first discovered your ASMR videos during my last and most challenging semester at college. Oh my gosh, I am so glad I could help you through that time. I remember, yeah, I think that the last semester of college, because it was like everything to finish all the things and writing that freaking crazy thesis. Yeah, that was. And what's so funny is I remember how stressed out I would feel about school and deadlines and papers. And I'm like, that's like, it's like they would purposefully try to make us so stressed out, to prepare us for life. But then I'm like, you realize stress is bad for people. Y'all could have been way more chill about this. Anyway, my feelings, looking back. I feel like college, they just put so much really kind of unnecessary stress just for the purpose of preparing us. Anyway, didn't you have a vlog channel? So yeah, Keezy Reads. I used to work for these other YouTube channels. One of them has over 4 million subscribers, and one of them has 500,000 subscribers. And so now I'm really thankful for my 10K that I have here on YouTube, soon to be 11K. And I have I just hit over 5K on TikTok as well. So yeah, I have these personal my own personal platforms, if you will. My own personal platforms. Anyway, but yeah, I used to do the clothing hauls and swimsuit hauls and all kinds of things when I was working for that company. But I do not own any of those videos. People are like, why don't you post your old videos? I'm like, obviously I can't. I totally would if I could. I would totally want to, use them. But like, aside from you guys recognizing me here and subscribing and helping me out, all the last 12 years worth of videos I made, it's like they don't exist to me at all. It's like it never happened. Honestly, it's like it never happened. Oh yeah, medical field. I would say, Mel, that is probably like, maybe not the only exception, but definitely a big exception. I can't even imagine the stress endured working in that profession. I have so much admiration. Anyone working in the medical field in any capacity. Shiloh Reese, how are you doing? Glad you're here. So yeah, I have no legal right to the videos. And I mean, those people didn't even let me say goodbye to y'all, or tell you where I was going, or tell you that I wasn't just disappearing off the face of the earth. So, Mel B, do you want to be a mod, babe? I don't want to put any, like, extra stress on you, though. Like, I don't want my mods to feel like they have to be, like, doing anything or whatever. It's really just like, if there's a troll, delete the troll. It's really like Oh, Grant, have a lovely, lovely night. Thank you for being here. Hope you're doing well. I know that you have a tremendous amount of stress that you deal with. So sending you grace to handle that. I mean, there is no, like, not wanting you to be a mod. There's really nothing you could, unless you just went crazy with your moderate amount of power and you just muted everyone in the chat. That would be one thing. That would be an example of maybe not so great mod activity. But alright, babe, I made you a moderator. Hoping that maybe I'll, like, attract some trolls in here so that you can practice your mod duties. With great modding comes great responsibility. is funny to joke about, but at the same time, like, one day my mods will be like, "Whoo-wee, screw this," and they will literally throw their wrench back at me like, no frickin' way, this isn't fun anymore. But then I will like catch the wrench in this awesome, like, I'll be like, oh, go, bam, and I'll catch it. And I'll be like, I will wield the wrench in my own chat then. Oh, Lordy. That is tempting sometimes. Girl, I trust your intuition, if you will, okay? If you think the whole chat needs frickin', then I respect your opinion. The Waters whispers Elsa. Yes, I loved her so much. Love her so much. But back in the day, I remember watching her channel a lot in the early days too. Gentle whispering, yes. Oh, Flores, thank you so much. Ooh, G Pulse 94, not to distract you from your reading, which I know is very important. But would love for you to spill the tea on like this like crazy mod behavior. Oh, the bots get crazy. Now you need to buy a giant wrench. So glad you're here. So glad you're here. Oh, thank you, Omar. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. What is this adorable little fox? Oh my gosh. How's it going? It's going well. How are you doing? So glad you're here. Oh, guys, yes, we're at 1919. I freaking love when that happens. I freaking love when the numbers match up. But this is cool too. Now we actually have more likes than people. That's also cool. Yeah. Sometimes people will just try to like spam the chat. I'm actually kind of like the curls. They're a little flat. That's okay, because now it's getting cold. When it's cold outside, my curls are like, yeah, it's okay. It's all right. Anyways, I'm such a dork. I'm such a dork. What a nerd. Oh my gosh. I'm like, oh, how to make my hair try to look nice, but y'all are like sitting here watching me mess with my hair anyway. It's so silly. It's very silly. Auto mod. Got some like AI mods working on Twitch. That's crazy. Oh, Brianna, yes. I've always kind of like wanted to try bangs, but with curly hair, like I don't know. So if you can try bangs, I like 1,000,000% support that. I think it would be so much fun. Oh, Lordy Lou-erson. Where did my little brushy go? Oh, here it is. Brushy. Brush. I'm blue. saw that Ozempic and Wegovy were on the nightly news. Now they're saying they may lower risk of heart attack. Last thing I heard about was that it was giving people stomach paralysis. People that were taking it not for type 1 diabetes, but just taking it for like weight loss. I was like, that's scary. My friend shaved her head and says it was the best thing she ever did. Interesting. I have curly hair and my mom let me get side bangs once. Worst decision ever. Aw. Good night, Chloe. Thank you for being here. Stipple, 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 stipple. Yeah, I like how the blue looks. You can kind of see like when it's contrasting with other stuff. Okay, well, good, G-Pulse. I'm glad that you're not having any ill effects. Yeah, I didn't look into that study very much, so that's actually not surprising that it's kind of being maybe just presented to be more, because they always want everyone scared. So any opportunity they have to make something seem more scary than it is, they're going to definitely probably do that. That's actually kind of a funny sound. Bruno, glad you're here. I like it when the pillow reflects that red. That's so cool. Ooh, 2424. It's doing the thing again. I love that. It's so funny. I can't get used to that. Like, it's not a binaural mic. I'm like, no, I need to do it on the other side. No, there's just one side to this microphone. It's just so ingrained in me to like switch sides. Yes, this pillow. You should see the crazy imprint that it leaves on my face when I wake up in the morning. Like, it's a little rough. No, brother, nature, it is a business. Target Public Media, LLC. It's at the end of every single one of their videos on the copyright. I'm not disparaging them by telling you the name of their company. And the guys who own the business are not on the channel. Except for that guy, Mike, he's been a haircut model once or twice. Brother Nature, I will just tell you. I'm not gonna respond, actually. I'm sorry. Your spidey sense. Your spidey sense is not completely wrong, but yeah, I was realized I should getting older now. I should try to get my finances in order. So the best way to start getting your finances in order. I googled what is my net worth, as one does. 25, 25. Love that little. I love it when the numbers freaking match up. Thank you, everyone, for hitting the thumbs up on the live. Although that is very presumptuous that I'm like, you're enjoying the live. I'm just going to tell you you're enjoying it anyway. I don't know if the internet's right, but it says that business is worth millions of dollars. But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna G-Pulse. Hamlot. So I have, I guess I have 4 mods now on YouTube. Mel B, who's here right now. And then L. Smith. She's also a mod on TikTok. She's pulling double duty. And then Travis was my very first mod. And then maybe, is that it? Travis, L. Smith, and Mel B? Or am I? Oh, it would feel so bad if I'm forgetting someone. But Jules. Yes. Oh, yes. Thank you, Mel. Thank you. Any exciting plans coming up for you? I'm having so much fun doing lives. Hopefully something exciting coming up for B will maybe figuring out how to fix my computer. That would be very exciting. That would be so great. So that's the exciting thing I'm looking forward to right now. Do you cook anything special for Thanksgiving? Yeah, so the last couple years I've been making my own cranberry sauce. You just buy the fresh cranberries and put a ridiculous amount of sugar in it, some orange juice, and anyways, it's freaking insane. And then mashed potatoes. I like making creamy corn. Sometimes I make green bean casserole. Usually I make macaroni and cheese. But I freaking love the holidays, love Thanksgiving, I love Christmas. That should be what I'm excited about. That's what I'm excited about, is getting to see my family. Yes, Brother Nature, I still make music, and actually playing songs and singing songs is one of my ASMR triggers, you could say. So I can either just sing and do personal attention if y'all want, or if y'all want a little guitar concert. I'm kind of blocking the guitar. I should have. Anyway, but the guitar is yonder way. I've not been great about updating my music channel, but I do have plans to do that. I think the first thing I'm going to record is some Christmas songs, because that is a time-sensitive thing. So I'll record some kind of Christmas song CD, and then maybe some lullabies, and of course a bunch of jazzy standards. G Pulse. My TikTok is Corrina ASMR, is the name, and my handle is Corrina Rachel Official. Because Corrina Rachel was taken, I guess. Anyways, I had to put official on it. It was silly, but I was like, don't overthink it. Just pick something. It was very difficult. But anyhow, Corrina ASMR. If you search that, then you'll see. Just make sure it's me. At Corrina Rachel Official is the handle. And I do TikTok lives Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So, oh my gosh, Omar, I would love for you to be a mod. Hannah, every single time I cook something, I'm like, man, these sounds. Washing the potatoes, chopping the celery, every sound. I'm like, ah. I just gotta figure out, the main thing, get my kitchen really nice and clean, but then my kitchen's also really small, so fitting, stuff, cameras and everything, but, I'm just gonna go simple. I also envisioned, creating a little, how there's, a little breakfast nook area, kind of because my kitchen is basically, the size of a, regular, apartment, little, apartment, small kitchen. But then there's a little breakfast nook area, and I've envisioned, I could set up a, filming situation right here. But yeah, I want to do cooking ASMR. And then as a health coach, right, y'all, I'm always talking about, trying to just inspire people to cook healthy meals at home. So I want to bring those two things together. And yeah, if y'all know any video editors in Austin, that's kind of my freaking bottleneck right now. Athena. Hello, United Bill 40. Glad you're here. Do you ever sing that song? I'm just a Bill. If my name was Bill, I would always sing that song. Everywhere I went, I'd be like, I'm just a Bill. People would be like, can you stop? Can you stop? Can you stop? And I'd be like, no, I'm not going to stop because that's funny. Anyway, Athena's doing well. I have a little update video that we filmed know, my fucking computer is no. Anyways, but as soon as the computer gets fixed, I'm gonna fucking put up her little update video. She is still in a lot of pain. She's I think she said in the video she's like basically a 6, like all the time, sometimes worse. Rarely ever much better than that. But she's feeling herself getting stronger and being more able to get around, even though she's still using a cane. She's not able to like carry heavy things around and stuff like that. But she's at least, I know she's very grateful that she's, she's walking, she can get around, she can do what she needs to in the kitchen. So her spirits are very high. She even says that in her video. Her spirits are very high. But, the doctor had said it'll probably take her a year just to be back at like, like 80% recovered. So she still has a lot of healing ahead of her, a lot of time ahead of her. And I do have a GoFundMe set up for Athena. So y'all, if you're not subscribed to her YouTube channel, that's easy. That's free. Just go subscribe, Athena Jezik, right here on the YouTube machine. And then if you want to help support her, I have her GoFundMe is linked at the top of all of her videos in the video description. If you scroll down a little on the channel, she does have like her first health update right after she broke her leg. Not right after, but after she broke her leg, went through the surgery, spent many weeks in recovery at the hospital and rehab, and then got home. But anyhow, so there's a little video if you're interested in hearing her talk about what she went through. There's a video there, and I know she's so grateful for all the support on her GoFundMe page, because she's not able to work the way that she was before the injury. So even though she can kind of get around and stuff like that, like her job is working on people, and she's not able to see as many clients as she normally would be able to. So it has been very difficult in that regard to get back on her feet, both physically and financially, so she definitely is so grateful for all the people that have helped her out. Yeah, I'm in an apartment. Yes, Travis. Mel B noticed that we didn't have any mods in the room, and I was like, holy crud, you never know when we're gonna get the troll onslaught. So I went ahead and modified Mel B. Hello, Jackie Keel. Glad you're here. Brother Nature, what reference? Oh, I'm just a bill. That must be it. Oh, Lord. So, yeah, so there was this thing called Schoolhouse Rock, okay, back in the 80s and 90s. And there's this whole song about how a bill becomes a law, and it's called I'm Just a Bill. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, and you're like, what the fuck is this? I'm just a bill. What's she talking about? You should go right here on the very YouTube machine on which we are at the moment, put in I'm Just a Bill and watch it, because it is hilarious. And then anyone who you know named Bill, now you have a great song to sing to them every time you see them. Do you have any traditions your family does for the holidays? My mommy used to make tacos, crispy tacos. That was what we would eat on Christmas Eve instead of like a traditional Christmas dinner. We'd have taco night, and I did not uphold that tradition last year. My dad doesn't really celebrate Christmas. So he we didn't do anything for Christmas Eve. So I guess that's not really like, can't really say it's still a tradition. But yeah, if y'all have sweet traditions, feel free to leave them in the chat. I think it's sweet hearing about people's traditions, but I'm like, pay my bills on time? It's not a tradition. That's not a family tradition. I'm just a bill. Athena's channel is just her name, Athena Jezik, Jezik. But if you search for Athena Massage, I do put that in all her videos. And then you'll just want to make sure that the channel name is her name. Don't feel old, Sarah Barra. You know what, guys? If you grew up, I mean, if you got to see the world before technology really took over, I think that is incredible. Like, I am so grateful that I grew up with like a disconnected childhood. I'm so glad I got through high school without social media. I can't imagine. I can't even imagine. But yeah, I remember, I think I was like a freshman in college or something, and my best friend from high school was like, sign up for Facebook, sign up for Facebook. You gotta get on Facebook so we can share pictures with each other. Gotta get on Facebook. That was like the very beginning. But yeah, I think it's amazing. Any of us that got to grow up in the, 80s or 90s or even before that, that was even like less technologically connected. Hannah Springer, favorite ASMR trigger to do. It's so hard for me to pick one. It's really hard. I do really like vacuuming away the negativity, though. I also love singing. I think singing, I would probably have to say, is my favorite ASMR trigger, so to speak, but it's not really classical ASMR trigger. I'm just so obsessed really with any sound. Love scratching, love tapping. Ooh, the floof floof. Oh, the floof floof, guys. This maybe, Hannah, this might be my favorite trigger of the moment. Also, we have to make tamales. Yes, tamales. Oh, you kick butt at making tamales. What? I would give anything to eat some tamales with you. Want to live in the city more or in nature? If I had to pick between the two, probably nature. But I like living in, like here in Austin, it's a city. We got all the city stuff, but there's also a lot of nature here as well. And so I feel like I have very much the best of both worlds, which I like. But if I had to just pick one, it would be nature. Would be more important to me to be around every day than to be in the city every day. Oh, so any stress that you're feeling, I'm just going to floof it away, okay? Floof, 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 floof. Your insomnia and pesky thoughts keeping you awake. Floof, is me kicking my family's butt at Uno. I love that. Oh my god, I used to play so much Uno as a kid. Wow. Yes, United Bill. We got a bunch of 80s and 90s babies here in this chat. It's awesome. Yeah, Sarah Barra, I disable monetization for my live chats specifically to try to, ensure that there are not loud ads popping up in the middle of the live. And also, when people click the live, they don't have to sit there and wait for an ad to come on before they. Because I know when I see someone is live, I'm so excited and I click on it, I know most channels, like they have everything monetized, right? They also have what's called mid-roll ads. And that's really how you make your money on YouTube, so to speak. So I know that I lose out on a lot of income I disable all the mid-roll ads on all my videos. And then on the live chats, I just don't monetize them at all because basically it was like trying to force me to do mid-roll ads, and I was like, no way, no how, no. So that's why there should not be any ads popping up in the middle of your experience here. But I also, sometimes YouTube does what it wants. So do they still have Austin City Limits? There's a performance venue or whatever, I think, called Austin City Limits, but I don't think they televise it anymore, although they really should. I don't think that the classic Austin City Limits, with the way that it used to look, I don't think that exists at all anymore. I think I'm a millennial, 1985. I think millennial goes to 82 or something like that. I don't know. But I cannot keep track of all of the frickin' names of things. Honestly, it kind of frustrates me. They're like millennials and boomers and Gen X and Gen Alpha. Can we just say the decade you were born in, please? They're like, no, it'll be way less confusing if we give completely arbitrary sounding names to every single generation. Cool story, bro. I don't know, that sounds more confusing to me. Okay. Floof, 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 floof. Remember when there was that Pepsi commercial and they were like, Generation Yes? Me neither. Floof, 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 floof. I know it's gonna be funny when there's generation beta. They're gonna be like, damn. Gen Omega. Oh, hello, Erica. Thank you so much. Thank you. We grew up analog and became digital. Yeah, you know what's so funny? You guys want to see my first computer? I actually have it. My first This is a Tommy brand. Let's see if it'll show you. Come on, focus, buddy. You have one job. Anyways, Tomy is the brand on the bottom there. But it is so cool, this thing. And then, it's kind of broken a little bit. But anyhow, so then, once it goes down, you press this button, and it comes up with another word. And then you press the little keys to make the thing come down. So here, it was like teaching you numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when you hit the space bar, look at it. How cool is that? It I know it's kind of weird to see, but it moves. But it's completely analog, you know? It's just the hologram thing, something or other in there. Zennial is a term being used to describe people born between 77 and 83. The microgeneration is a mix between pessimistic Gen X and optimistic millennial. Alright, Mel B, where do you fall on the pessimistic optimistic scale? Pessimistic, optimistic. I love how the difference of being born 5 years apart, you're either pessimistic or optimistic. We were on YouTube before Google bought it. Oh, yeah, jeez. God, actually, that's fucking crazy to think about, that YouTube used to not be owned by Google. They televised the new Austin City Limits here. They used to air older ones on VH1 Classic. Interesting. Tend to be mostly optimistic, but honestly, it can depend on the topic. Thank you for your honesty, Mel. But yeah, what a cool device for helping you learn stuff. It has all these pictures. So then here it's helping you learn the word, right? Fish. Anyways, it goes on and on, this thing. There's so many. I actually forgot, because I started playing with it after I've been using it in the lives. I forgot how many helpful, little things there are here. Teaches you how to spell all these words, numbers, the alphabet. It is so cool. Yeah. But how funny, right? And then I remember the first computer I ever got, my dad got me a Macintosh back when it was called Macintosh. Who remembers that, right? A bunch of y'all gotta remember that with me, right? Before it was just called Mac. It was called Macintosh. And oh god, that thing was huge. It wasn't the colorful one. I really wanted the colorful one. I never got one of those. But I remember I played this game, and I don't remember what it was called, but there was this seal, and you'd be like, indubitably. Anyway, one day someone's gonna remember what that freaking game was. And then the other thing I used to like playing was Roller Coaster Tycoon, where you build roller coasters and you build a theme park and you put little food places everywhere and where the bathrooms go, and But I had so much fun playing Roller Coaster Tycoon. And that other weird game, I can't remember what it was. It was just whatever was like on a Macintosh. Y'all remember when ASMR was just clips of the cast of Big Brother whispering about housemates? It's hilarious. Honest to a fault, Mel B. You're funny, okay. Commodore 64, Oregon Trail, yes. Wow, this I've had since I was a little kid. This was actually like my little computer, my first computer. Because my dad was like a computer nerd guy who was working on computers in the early days of computers. So he was super into it. You have died of dysentery. Yes, god dang it. Oregon Trail. Okay, people who don't understand you have died of dysentery, because now that is like, I see that everywhere. But I realize there's got to be lots of people who they're like, So there was this game called Oregon Trail, and it was one of the first games, and we got to play it at school. While you were at school, you could go and you could play Oregon Trail. So it was like kind of educational in shift or something. Anyways, one of the many ways you could die on the Oregon Trail is like suddenly it would just be like, you have died of dysentery. And you're like, what? It was such a buzzkill. But also, like, thank you for this accurate history lesson, you know? Because sometimes you can just, like, totally randomly unalive from dysentery. Please don't flag my chat, YouTube, because I was quoting the Oregon Trail game, okay? Oh, Lordy. Elle Smith, how are you doing? Glad you're here. How's your night going? Typing lessons in the 5th grade, yes. The quick red fox jumps over the blue box or something. What was that sentence? The quick red fox jumps over the box. Anyways, it has like all the letters in it. That was the whole thing. So when you were learning how to type, you would like type this stupid sentence. Charge money to use the restrooms in Roller Coaster Tycoon? You genius! You dang genius! What are you, like a freaking cryptocurrency guy or something now? Charging people to use the restrooms in Roller Coaster Tycoon? Did y'all ever actually find out where in the world Carmen Sandiego was? I thought Carmen Sandiego was a place. for many years as a kid, I thought Carmen Sandiego was a place. And it was like teaching you about geography or something. So I was like, oh yeah, let's go to Carmen Sandiego. And then at some point, someone was like, I don't know, someone explained to me, probably my mom. She was probably like, honey, people are going to think you're a moron. Okay? No, she wouldn't have said that. Oh, yes, pick up the. Yes, okay, so. You know what's funny is I feel like Roller Coaster Tycoon really laid the way for Grand Theft Auto. You know? Like. So yeah, you could pick up the guests and drop them somewhere else. Or like you could be like, okay, I'm just gonna make this like little like area a total maze and they're not gonna be able to figure out what they're doing. And then you're just gonna like trap them in this like and they would just walk around. They're like so confused. In a weird, evil way. You were like, I waste your time. Little NPCs. NPCs of the olden days. For those that want a chaotic game to play, Untitled Good Game is so much fun. Yes, Jennifer. Roller Coaster Tycoon was the original GTA. I love it. Thank you. used to love playing Where's Waldo. I sure did. The Oregon Trail on different gaming systems now. That's kind of cool. Did they like update it? That'd be funny if there was like Oregon Trail, but they like do that like super hyper realistic kind of like VR thing or whatever, you know, where the people are like, but they're like on the Oregon Trail doing that. Anyway. Ghost Rider, yes. Oh my gosh, I hadn't thought about that in so long. The quick brown fox. Oh yes, that's right, Melby, you got it. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Damn, girl, you got it. The quick red fox jumps over the lazy dog. Yes. Oh, lordy. That is pretty fun, though, that people can go back and play Oregon Trail. Oh, Travis, thank you. Thank you for admitting. Admittedly, I thought that Carmen Sandiego was a place too. Yeah, and when my mom used to be like, yes, I baked this from scratch, I didn't understand that from scratch was like different than crack. I thought, so like, I thought my mom was like putting crack in the food or whatever, and it was very distressing when I learned what crack was, okay? And I was like, learned that like crack is this dangerous drug, and I was like, oh my god, my mom does all of her baking from crack. But it's not the same. It's not the same, really. It's not the same at all. Oh, lordy. Did we use all the Mavis Beacon typing program in school? Yes. Autocorrect misspelled it. Untitled Goose Game. You basically geese who terrorize a village to complete a task. Oh, it's like Duck, Duck, Goose, but for, the modern age. Duck, Duck, Goose for the modern age. The more you know. Salute your shorts. Hey, dude. Oh, man. Hey, dude. Oh, yeah, the original Tomb Raider. Yes, Melody, Brad. Memories. Marie Loon Bellinger. Yes, I love water sounds. I think my favorite water sounds are IRL, if you will, like when you're sitting by a little babbling brook or a little stream, hearing water flowing near me is like one of my favorite things. Unless you have to pee, then it becomes quickly one of my least favorite things. Melody is married to Ben Stiller? What? That is so cool. I didn't know that. I had no idea. Yes, we all want to go back to the early 90s. And you know what's funny? Even the people who didn't grow up in the early 90s all want to go back and see what it was like to grow up in the early 90s. So yeah, Marie Luna, I will definitely try to do some water sounds on my channel. It's on my list. It is on my list, I tell you. I don't really know how I could pour my sparkling water into a glass. That would be a bit of a water sound. That might be nice. tapping on that can isn't really very nice, though. Yes, we all want to go back to the 90s. I remember Salute Your Shorts. I can't think of how the freaking theme song goes, though. You know, all I can think of right now? The Doug theme song. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Anyways, what? That's. All right. Well, thankfully, Mel B fact checked L. Smith. Thank you. Thank you. A little intermod fact checking. Going on. Yeah, I think we all want to go back to simpler times. Yes, I think that we've, especially those of us who like remember. And like, it didn't feel like simple times, right? When I was growing up, I didn't think like, oh, these are the simple times. I had no freaking clue. Like, but looking back now on it, I'm like, yeah, it's too much stimulation. It's too much just being just on all the time. And then the stress that they're pumping into us and all these freaking messages that we should be unhappy and we're, inadequate, which is all just someone trying to sell you something. But now we all are like crippled by these, different, judgments on ourselves that have been oddly placed on us by this crazy culture. So yeah, I think the simpler times, yeah. And it's only going to get worse from here. It's only going to get more crazy. Like the little enhanced reality glasses. I haven't seen anyone with them on in person yet, but I've seen the commercial, But think about how people are stuck in their phones. Well, at least your phone you have to hold and look down at, and people can see that you're on it and whatever. But when people have the same capacities just like in their glasses, I mean, everyone's going to be literally walking around like zombies. Camp Bonawana, we hold you in our hearts, and when we think about you, it makes me wanna make the fart noise. I don't even know. I don't know how to do it. There's a thing that they would do. Oh, Lord. Camp Bonawana. Yeah, I totally remember that. A 90s TV show theme song album. Greg Gonski. I love that idea. And yes, please. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Where in the world? Anyway, when I was little, I used to watch Zoobly Zoo and get scared because the people were dressed as animals, but it was my favorite show. I definitely remember the theme song. Oh man, Zoobly Zoo. I don't remember the theme song. Revenge of the Sith. So I can see Anakin shirtless on the big screen. That's funny. Yeah, it's so funny. It's like we've been in, like, now our brains always want that stimulation. But guess what our body needs? Our body needs to reduce the stimulation. Our body needs to relax. Our body needs to come out of that state of stress and hyper-focus and divided attention. And unless we take that into our own hands to help create that environment where our bodies can do that and our minds can unplug, You definitely will not get that effect just from the culture. Too much connection. I want an aim away message for my phone and all social media. Somebody made a TikTok about that last week. She was like, remember when we used to just all have a away message on AIM? That, by the way, for people who don't know, AOL Instant Messenger. One of the first ways we were all able to chat with each other was on AOL, and then eventually they split off the AOL Instant Messenger into its own, what now you would call an app, but I don't think we called them apps at that time. And so, yeah, you could set your little away message on AIM, and yeah, but somebody was saying the exact same thing. She's like, I wish I could just set an AIM away message for like all my things. I think we lack socializing spaces, nowhere to go to meet new people organically without spending a lot of money. Exactly. Exactly. Because yeah, going out to a bar or a show or whatever, um, but yeah, and it's weird that like I don't know. I don't know. It's like we all have little like defenses up now. And then certainly post COVID, that became like this, So yeah, I think it's gonna take us some time to rekindle that connection. But I do think that there are a lot of people who realize that like that is what's missing in this crazy culture where everyone's so miserable, is that social connection that so much of us have kind of lost. Sarah Barra, what do you mean you should do typing as a trigger warning? Typing as a trigger warning. Or do you just mean you should do typing as a trigger? And then maybe it auto-corrected and added warning. I don't know. But yeah, typing would be fun. I feel like there's a certain keyboard sound that is like the most delightful. I have a love-hate relationship with VR. I watch concerts, but I get motion sickness every time. Hi, Leela, Perry. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. That's so cool how many of you guys are now like pulling double duty, hanging out with me on TikTok and on YouTube. I think that's so much fun. So L Smith, who's my mod on both platforms. So thank you, Lauren. Amazing, amazing. Sarah Barra. It was fun. I know you were in my Friday chat over on TikTok. So it's fun to see you here. Leela Perry, welcome. First time here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your comment. Feel free to leave any ASMR requests, even though I'm just kind of like low-key chit-chatting. If y'all have actual trigger requests, feel free to leave them. I feel like everyone is already so sucked into their phone, so whenever I hang out with friends, we play a game. Whoever looks at the phone first has to pay. Wow. That's rough. I think I would probably lose. But no, if I don't have to check my phone all the time. Obviously, sometimes there's like a specific thing, like maybe you're checking for, but you can definitely like put the phone down and do something else. But that's a good game though. Whoever checks their phone first pays. You've got mail. You've got mail. Oh, Lordy. Come to libraries, it says the librarian and Brother Nature. Libraries are fun, but it's not really a social thing. Although there are often very fun social events at libraries where you are, encouraged to more like meet and greet with people. I remember watching the Teletubbies and being scared of them. Yeah, Teletubbies were like a little after my time. So yeah, I was like little kid or, getting up towards like preteen age or something. And I remember thinking they were quite scary and actually being really glad that I didn't watch them as a kid because I think I would have been like horrified. Um, yeah, people are lonelier than ever. It's like we're more connected than ever. But yeah, people are lonelier than ever. Marie, you are correct. Marie Luna. Um, I definitely feel that sometimes. But it's also like, it's such a difficult topic and it's so difficult not to get into like potentially like kind of like controversial things or political things or whatever. But it's like people being less social and less trusting in social situations. It's a very interesting question. Um, but I know, for me, um, the more that Austin becomes like a bigger city, the more that like I don't feel comfortable, really going out and doing stuff. And there was like a shooting, freaking in a neighborhood a few days ago, and then like there's people that are doing these like racing around the freaking town, getting in wrecks and killing people. There's some like crazy stuff going on. So, anyways, and then there's obviously cities that are way bigger than Austin already have, that kind of stuff. So it's like a weird thing between like, if people don't feel safe, they don't really want to go out and be social and meet people. I think that's a big component of, but there's a lot of reasons why things are this way now. And it's difficult to say. It's difficult to say. Oh, yeah, Travis, you were there too on TikTok. I spent way too many hours trying to update my AIM info in a way message to try to appear cool for classmates. Yeah, I mean, I think that's why I say I'm glad we didn't have any of that stuff when I was in high school or whatever, because I can't imagine, like, yeah. Good night, Marie. Marie Loon? Marie Luna. Marie Loon. Good night, Erica. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you so, so much. Oh, yeah, OG Sims games. Yes. It's no Roller Coaster Tycoon, but in a weird way, Roller Coaster Tycoon was kind of like early Sims. I wonder if because we use our phone, which causes dopamine to spike in the brain, if serotonin goes down. I think it doesn't necessarily lower serotonin, but the more dopamine spikes that you get, the more like desensitized sort of that you get to dopamine. So then you don't get the dopamine hit as easily, so to speak. That would be like progression of addiction type of thing. But yeah, so everything on our phone is designed to like constantly stimulate dopamine, and it totally does, so yeah, it makes everything else a lot less amusing, a lot less dopamine hit inducing. So yeah, I think once you start to notice that like nothing outside of the phone is as interesting as the things in the phone, that's like a really good, signal. I gotta spend less time on the phone, more time doing things I enjoy IRL, because, eventually, we'll get to where the things we do in life, hanging out with people, meeting people, smiling, laughing, whatever, none of it will be as interesting as getting the dopamine rush from all the whatever and the thing and the like. But yeah, definitely, I think that anxiety and depression are honestly like an understandable reaction to the overstimulation of everything else we experience. One like kind of, to me, like really simple, straightforward example is like, we've all seen, whether it's just a regular TV show or reality TV show or whatever, it's like whatever's happening on that show is so much more interesting than what we feel is happening in our own lives. But then we've been like, now we're like, we want to know like all the things. We want to always be connected to, things that are more exciting than anything in our own life. But I encourage you, celebrate the things in your life. Enjoy the things in your life. That is coming from someone who was literally just saying a few minutes ago that like doing these ASMR lives is the most fun thing that I do, that I look forward to all week. Sarah Barra, what got me into ASMR? So when I was working on the other YouTube channels, one of the types of content we were making was like the ultra relaxing massage therapy tutorials. Like the ones with Athena Jezik, who I'm still working with now and helping her run her channel, Athena Jezik. Anyhow, in the comments section of one of Athena's videos, someone was like, "This video gives me ASMR. I watch it to sleep every night," or something like that. But anyway, so it was like seeing that comment and went and like put in ASMR. Because obviously, like, love Athena Jezik. I was her model so many times, which I'm so grateful for. Also set up all the like lights and cameras and tripods in any of the videos where I'm not in the model. Then I was the videographer for the videos. And a lot of times I was videographer and model sometimes. But yeah, so just thought it was really interesting. And as soon as I, put on the freaking headphones for the first time and listened to an ASMR video, I was like, this. Oh, this is amazing. And I didn't think I would be any good at it. So in a way, I guess I actually do have my previous boss to thank, because he was like, "Well, you should just try it." And yeah, I just really fell in love with it. And then y'all's kind comments, when y'all would comment and be like, "This is so relaxing and thank you for this." And I was like, "Oh my God, maybe I am like, good enough at this thing, this crazy new thing." And I just kept doing it and kept doing it out of just really kind of being obsessed with with discovering different noises. And it has just been a kind of love affair that has only blossomed since then. I never would have imagined how big ASMR, or how big the ASMR community would become. But I just think like how freaking wonderful for people to now be super, super into something that like is good for them. And people like creating this content, and it's good for people it helps people. So I just think it's like so freaking wonderful that this, what I consider to be a truly positive and beautiful thing, has really been like embraced by the culture and has become a very, I think, prominent part of the culture. But yeah, is very much needed. It's very much a needed thing. Oh, hi, Kalea. Thank you for being here. Runscape. I don't know if I remember Runscape. It sounds familiar, though. Oh, Miranda, thank you. Thank you. Y'all are so sweet. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you. One of the very first ASMR props, you could say, that I ever bought. And, yeah, freaking feel a deep emotional connection to this hairbrush. Oh, good, Kalea, that's awesome. Yeah, I obviously freaking super obsessed with this brush. Every time I go to the grocery store, I like look at the hairbrushes section, and there's a bunch of these Bass brand hairbrushes. But they're like $20. So I'm like, I'm just gonna keep using the old one for nostalgia. But one day, I will. Man, and there's this like jade scalp massaging comb that I've had my eye on for like, I don't know, like 2 years. But the thing is $60. I'm like, $60 for a comb, you know? So it's like, so then I got this one as like, was my like, because like I was not going to pay $60 for the jade comb. So I got this pink comb. This was like $10, $12, which is much more reasonable. But anyways, the jade comb is on sale right now for $44. So I'm like, okay, it's better than $60, yes. But that is still way too much money to spend on a comb. But yeah, everything's just so crazy expensive now. What is up with that? Oh, yes. You know, I got the chocolate bar hairbrush right here, too. Take a bite. Nope, brush. Now I'm bald because these brushes are so expensive. Oh, now I'm glad I'm bald. Yeah, I mean, realistically, it's a good route. Not only do you save money on the hairbrushes, but the hair products. I mean, goodness gracious. Do you still talk to Madison? I don't actually. She moved out of Austin several years ago. It was not that long after we filmed the mermaid tail cleaning video with her. And then yeah, I feel like we like maybe messaged a couple times here and there, and then I've not really heard from her, unfortunately. How long have you been doing ASMR? So yeah, we started the other ASMR channel together. I believe it was in 2013 that we started that channel. So, just about 10 years or so that I've been doing ASMR. Although it's so funny because now if you just look at my channel and my TikTok, it looks like I've been doing ASMR for like a year. Which is fine too, like wouldn't matter. But yeah, I realized honestly, I'm freaking shocked that anyone like recognizes me or remembers me. That's crazy to me. Which is why this channel had a different name up until a few weeks ago, because I just could not accept that people would look for me or remember my name. But I appreciate y'all encouraging me to make the channel my name. I appreciate that. I do. And but yeah, I realized at some point there will be people who don't know who I am, presumably, right? And they'll be like, "You haven't been doing ASMR for 10 years. You've been doing ASMR for a year." I'll be like, "Okay, I mean, yeah. It definitely looks that way." Yes, Mermaid Madison. Mermaid Madison. Okay. All right. There's the "now I'm glad I'm bald" comment. Chocolate bar hairbrush is iconic. Awesome. I was heartbroken when you left. Yeah, guys. I was so heartbroken. I imagined that I would work there forever. I felt that I had invested so much of myself. I and they didn't tell me why they were letting me go. But prior to that happening, in August, I lost my mom suddenly. I felt, excuse me, I felt some amount of, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it was about the state that I was in. But I did voice to the proprietors of the channel that I felt that it was too spicy. We were being forced to make the content more spicy than we felt comfortable with. And this uncomfortable environment also was an issue for the people making the videos. And that was one of the last conversations before the absolute last conversation. So I don't know. They also replaced me with some chicks that are like way younger than me. Maybe that's just a coincidence. Although no, I mean that freaking guy used to always tell me we need to find some young hot chicks to be on the channel. Probably more than I should say. But I was so heartbroken to suddenly, I felt that I had 4.5 million people ripped away from me. Not that, like, I had 4.5 million friends, but it was like the people I cared for the most, I suddenly were torn away from me. And I didn't even have an opportunity to say, hey, I'll BRB, or hey, I'm not trying to disappear. And I spent pretty much this whole last year completely heartbroken between just grief and shock. Miranda, thank you for coming to look for me. Thank you for coming to look for me. Oh, the blonde with long eyelashes straightened my hair once. I think that it was an Ambry. I think Ambry straightened my hair once. Kristen is doing acting stuff. In New York, actually. New York City. And you know, guys, y'all don't have to ask people not to ask. I understand people want to know what's going on, I get it. And it's not from y'all. It's not y'all that upset me, right? Like, I just want y'all to know that it's not y'all, right? And you guys don't, you know. And I'm just walking on Fabergé eggshells, as I like to say. You know those like really fucking expensive delicate ass eggs? Fabergé eggs. That's what I feel like I'm doing. I'm walking on Fabergé eggshells, trying to not upset them. But it hurts so bad that I feel like I can't just be honest with the people I care about the most. Because of fear of the people who fucking A. Anyway. Yeah, very creepy. Minimally creepy. What a pig. Yes. Oh, Sarah. Oh, Sarah. Oh, bless your heart. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry. This world, it is not for the weak. Oh, bless your heart. Oh, yeah. Healing vibes and loving vibes and biggest hugs to anyone who has lost a loved one. I know that it is really, it's like all of us when you get down to it. Oh, Mel B, bless your heart. Yeah, and to those of you in the room who still have your parents, go call your parents. Go tell them that you love them. Do not be annoyed. Do not be annoyed when they're calling and they're texting, they're asking how you're doing. Somebody had made a post being like, oh, things that my you know, Boomer Mom brought over to my house, and it's just all this random stuff, and I just wanted to be like, you will cherish that jar of peaches. You will cherish that half-eaten box of saltine crackers. You should not be making fun of your mom for bringing you these things. Good lordy. Alright, guys, I'm just gonna freshen up a little. Okay, alright. Y'all are so sweet. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, that is so sweet, Sarah. My mother's wedding ring. That is so sweet. Oh, y'all are so kind. Thank you. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Homeboy. Thank you, Shiloh. Kalea. Oh. Yeah. I'm just definitely already feeling the grief of the holidays that sets in. I've just been like really feeling it. And I was like trying to set out some Christmas decorations and I just lost it. Yeah, none of y'all are in trouble. Mel, Travis, like I don't know what to say. It's like I understand people wanting to know what happened, and I always tell myself I'm going to answer like a dignified, person who has some control of their emotions. And so let's see. It's okay, you guys. I feel like having y'all scramble to pin a comment or whatever. And realistically, I started like on my TikTok chats. I like mentioned it in my comment that comes up at the top of the chat, and no one even reads it. No one even reads it. People were still asking in the chat. So I think even if you did like pin a comment, have a thing, whatever, like people are still gonna come and be like, "Oh, hey, aren't you from?" And it's okay. It's okay. I I need to be able to just talk about it like an adult. At least this time, the thing that made me cry was talking about my mom and talking about how grateful people need to be who still have their parents. And this other weird thing in this culture that makes you think that like you can't like your parents. I remember as a teenager feeling like I couldn't admit that like I liked hanging out with my parents because it would be so uncool to like your parents. Like, what a stupid, toxic society. And then, anyway, so yeah, love your parents, appreciate them, appreciate the silly things they do, appreciate the silly gifts they give you that maybe you don't really need, but they want to help you and they love you. And if you have loving parents, you should be so grateful for that. And just know that now that I have lost my mother, I look anywhere I can for some, maybe small amount of writing that she's written on her, writing the return address on an envelope, finding an old grocery list that she had written. Each and every one of those things I treasure so much. So, just a little perspective. Just a little perspective. Oh, thank you, Brianna. Thank you, Brianna. Oh, Miranda, I'm sorry for your loss. I can't imagine losing your loved ones at such a young age. I felt when I was 37, I thought I'm too young for this. I can't handle this. I can't imagine having been. Oh, Flores. Okay, yes, sweetheart. Yeah, 5 a.m. Time to time to get some sleep. My Nona Judd. Oh, well, thank you, Greg. Thank you, HAP. Thank you for the hugs. Y'all are so sweet. Here, I'm gonna tune up the guitar and do a little music-y section. Mute to scoot. Mute to scoot. Because I think when I scoot the table, it's a little cacophonous. So That is so sad about Naomi Judd. That is so sad. Oh, oh yeah. Oh, AJP, sending you love. I'm sorry for your loss. So sorry. 2017 was not that long ago. And then the last 3 years have gone by in such a bizarre way. Like serious tears still on my face here. Whoops. Oh, bless your heart. Bless your heart. Yeah, I can't even for Winona Judd. That is so sad. So sad. Wow. Oh, that poor family and what they were going through with her sickness before, and then, oh, homeboy, condolences. Condolences. I'm sorry for your loss. Yeah, long weekend from hell. Man, I don't know if I remember the B part of that song now. Let me hold on. I'm gonna mute and scoot this stand closer to me 1 second. All right, so I'm gonna have to brush up on the B part of The Way You Look Tonight. But I will sing that for you next time. And in the meantime, so I've got you under my skin pulled up. But Fly Me to the Moon is another good Frank tune. Let's see, Winona, was it the CMA Awards? Oh, poor Winona. Oh, that sounds like she was having a rough time. Greg Gonski. It really just depends on the style of music and really the gig or the place. So this beautiful classical guitar is actually being lent to me by a friend. It's a Takamine. So I mean, this for playing like the lives in here, I think is so nice. So if y'all remember, what I used to do is I had my like hollow body jazz guitar with the flat wound strings, and then ran that through the amp. But this beautiful classical guitar, I think it sounds beautiful to just play it acoustically. So sometimes you really want that guitar amp sound and warmth, but acoustic also. Corrina's Cabana. Yeah. Man, can you all hear those ambulances? Fly me to the moon and let me sail among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, take my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true, please be true. In other words, I love you. Ba 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 ba. Do 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 da do da. Ba dum ba 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 ba. Do 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 da. Da 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 dum. Da 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 da. Da 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 dee. Ba 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 da 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 do da. Ba do 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 do. We do 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 da 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 do 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 do. Bum bum bum. Fly me to the moon and let me sail among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, take my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, in other words, in other words, I love you. Oh, Sarah Goddess, thank you. George V, glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. Oh, y'all are so sweet. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you, AJP, Greg. Yes, music makes me so happy. Even really sad songs. There are some very, very sad songs, but oddly, sometimes they do make me very happy also. I've got you under my skin. I have got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart, you're really a part of me. And I've got you under my skin. I have tried so not to give in. Even said to myself this affair never would go so well. But why should I resist when I know so well that I've got you under my skin? I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of this warning voice that comes in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, you fool, you never can win. Use your mentality. Just wake up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin. Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Da 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 da. I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart, you're really a part of me. And I've got you under my skin. I've tried so not to give in. Even said to myself this affair never would go so well. But why should I resist when I know so well that I've got you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of this warning voice that comes in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, you fool, you never can win. Use your mentality. Just wake up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. And I've got you under my skin. And I've got you under my skin. But thankfully not literally. I mean, let's just be honest. That would be uncomfortable. Oh, Sarah Barra. I definitely want to play your wedding. I definitely. I tell you what, the only thing better than singing these songs in regular life is singing these songs at somebody's wedding. Like, oh, good Lord, it is all the feels. It is all the feels, you could say. Like at last, at someone's wedding. Oh, God. I'm just like, please, voice, please, don't mess this up. Please don't fail me now, vocal cords. Oh, y'all are so sweet, Kalea. Thank you. Yeah, I want to record something, and I'm just gonna record it with the microphones I have. I'm not gonna, because I do this thing in my head where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make a record. I need to reserve some studio time, or I need to do this, or I need to rent like a $7,000 microphone. Although, because you can rent like a $7,000 microphone for just like $50 a month, which I should do that. I think I'll do that. But you know, it's like rather than just recording with what I already have, I always have to like create all these other things for myself. And like booking a studio is so expensive. It's like several $100s a day just to like book the time in there, much less pay musicians or something else or whatever. But I'm going to just let go of that, like trying to create some kind of fancy thing and just focus on creating a thing. I just got to focus on just create a thing. Record it. What day is your Christmas party in December? I would definitely love to be there. I love singing Christmas songs, and my goal is to record a little Christmas album, a little recording of some Christmas songs, and get that up super soon. Yes, I'll definitely do some Christmas songs. I have not worked up any of my Christmas songs on the guitar yet, but I could like a cappella sing some. December 16th. Off the top of my head, I don't think I have anything on that date. So 3 weeks from tonight's your birthday. Woot, 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 woot. That is going to be fun. So yeah, a goal will be to have like an audio version, something like on Spotify or Apple Music or however that works. And then hopefully I can make some fun little music videos, kind of a thing as well. And then I'll put up, videos for the songs here too. And if I can't actually make a video for every song, then I'll upload the songs here as well, even if it's just with like a picture of me. But I just feel like for the mere purposes of alliteration, a very Corrina Christmas, it needs to happen again. It needs to happen. A very Corrina Christmas. All streaming platforms. Yeah. East of the sun and west of the moon, we'll build a dream house of love, dear. Near to the sun in the day, near to the moon at night. We'll live in a lovely way, dear, sharing our love in the pale moonlight, just you and I. Forever and a day, love will not die. We'll keep it that way. Up among the stars we'll find a harmony of life to a lovely tune. East of the sun, west of the moon, dear. East of the sun and west of the moon. Da-da-da-da. Good night, Brianna. Thank you for being here. Hope you have a lovely week. Thanks, Big Bob. Giving Mariah Carey some competition. Oh yeah, because she's got Christmas. East of the sun and west of the moon, we'll build a dream house of love, dear. Near to the sun in the day, near to the moon at night. We'll live in a lovely way, dear, sharing our love in the pale moonlight, just you and I. Forever and a day, love will not die. We'll keep it that way. Up among the stars we'll find a harmony of life to a lovely tune. East of the sun, west of the moon, dear. East of the sun and west of the moon. East of the sun and west of the moon. Oh, thank you, Brianna. Thank you, Big Bob. Vanessa. Get some. Wow, thanks so much, you guys. Vanessa, Anna, Kalea, always love your song picks. Thank you. Y'all are so kind. Okay, this is another one that it's not very well known, kind of like that last one. But I love this song so much. I always forget about it. But I remember you. You're the one who made my dreams come true a few kisses ago. I remember you. You're the one who said I love you too. I do, didn't you know? I remember too a distant bell and stars that fell like rain out of the blue. When my life is through and the angels ask me to recall. Oh crap. When my life is through and the angels ask me to recall the thrill of it all, I will tell them I remember you. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 bum 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 ba boop ba doo da boop ba doo bum ba 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 da boop ba doo doo ya doo doo da doo dee doo da doo ba doo da ba 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 ya ba doo 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 do 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 ba do ba da da dum ba da da dum bum 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 ba da bum bum ba da dum boop 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 do 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 do. I remember you. You're the one who made my dreams come true a few kisses ago. I remember you. You're the one who said I love you too. I do, didn't you know? I remember too a distant bell and stars that fell like rain out of the blue. When my life is through and the angels ask me to recall the thrill of it all, I will tell them I remember. Tell them I remember you. Kind of messed it up there at the end. Anyway. But I love that little song. That might be my favorite at the moment. Oh, and then there's Eponema next in line. Oh, thank you, George V. Thank you, all of y'all. Oh, hello, Michelle. How are you doing tonight? So good to see you. Olha que coisa, olha, olha, ging, 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 ging. Olha que coisa mais linda, mais cheia de graça. Ela, menina que eu venho que passo, num doce balanço, caminho do mar. Moça del corpo dourado del sol da Ipanema, é o céu balançado e mais que um poema. Que coisa mais lindo que eu já vi passar. Ai, porque estou tão sozinho. Porque tu era tão triste. A beleza que existe, a beleza que não é só minha, que também passa sozinha. Ah, se ela soubesse que quando eu passo, o mundo sorrindo se estegras e fica mais lindo por causa do amor. Dararara, darararam, dararararam. Dararara, darararam, Tall and tan and young and lovely, the girl. Tall and tan and young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes each one, she passes goes. When she walks, she's like a samba that swings so cool and sways so gently, that when she passes each one, she passes goes. Yes, and he'll watch her so sadly. How can he tell her he loves her? He would give his heart gladly, but each day when she runs to the sea, you know she looks straight ahead, not at he. Irony. Tall and tan and young and lovely, The girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes, he smiles, but she doesn't see. Olha que coisa mais linda, mais cheia de graça. Ela, menina que eu vejo que passo, num doce balanço, caminho do mar. Moça del corpo dourado do sol da Ipanema, é o céu balançado e mais que um poema. Que coisa mais lindo que eu já vi passar. Ai, porque estou sozinho. Porque tu era tão triste. Ai, beleza que existe. A beleza que não é só minha, que também passa sozinha. Ah, se ele soubesse que quando eu passo, o mundo sorrindo se estegaz e fica mais lindo por causa do amor. Do amor. Do amor. You know, Greg, they're only difficult to play the first 200 to 300 times you play them. Eventually, your fingers just, so we got major 7. And then sometimes I play the kind of like 6/9 version, but could also just be that major 7 voicing. This minor half diminished is probably the fanciest chord that I play in standards. So this is like the intro of Fly Me to the Moon. F minor, B flat minor, minor 7 there, that guy. 7 chord, there's the major, dominant 7. Oh, here's another little major chord voicing there. The root on the A string. Fancy half diminished chord. Minor, major. Oh, but how strange the change from major to minor. From major to minor. Yeah, like typing on a keyboard, eventually your fingers. But then the music that I play with my boyfriend, he comes up with these like so Wayne Shorter, those of y'all who are familiar with the composer Wayne Shorter, who was in the band with Miles Davis, and he actually wrote a lot of the songs popularized by Miles Davis. So the Wayne Shorter chords are like crazy. But anyways, so the chords that I play when I just play standards are like easy for me now. I don't even think about them. My fingers never feel sore or tired after playing them. But when I play these crazy chords in these like Wayne Shorter tunes, these kind of crazy chords, my freaking fingers, I'm like, I can barely do it. So it's given me like a taste, of what it was like when I was first learning all these other chords. But just goes to show you, like, the more that you just keep practicing them, even just like anytime I learn a new chord, I will just loop it, changing between like it and another chord super slowly, really just trying to be super crisp, trying to not push the strings out of tune by pressing them too hard. That's, I think, the biggest mistake that people make in guitar. You know, if you're kind of bending the string or hitting the string at a funny angle, it can kind of be out of tune. And so you just want to kind of listen to how you're playing them. And I really do try to articulate the chord and not be pressing fingers down too hard, because then your fingers will hurt, but it also takes the tone out. But I'll just sit there and go between the new chord and the chord and a different, just over and over and over until I can start to build a little muscle memory. And then just playing everything super slowly, the first, many, many times, and then eventually start to get a little faster. Yes, my boyfriend and I play together. I've actually been trying to get him to come and like play with me on a live, or we may just, I don't know what we're gonna do. Maybe we'll go live playing on either his channel or whatever. I don't know yet. But yeah. No. I did not play whiskey. I would love to play whiskey. Although I gotta tell you guys, I gotta hit the Whiz Palace. I do have to hit the Whiz Palace real quick. How often do you practice guitar? Homeboy, 590, I don't really practice anymore. If I'm trying to learn something new, like, trying to learn a new song, learn some new chords, then I definitely will benefit from practicing it. Usually, like, I'll try to do like 2 or 3 times a day for just like 10 or 15 minutes. I don't want to like go overkill on it, but just the prevalence of reintroducing the shapes in my fingers. And then I try to do that a couple times a day. So that would maybe be like, you could say, like 2 little 10 or 15 minute sessions of like, oh, I should practice those chords so I can try to commit them to memory. In general, though, I don't really just practice every day. I should. I work on trying to warm up my voice. So doing like vocal exercises, that I try to do every day. And if sometimes it's at night and I'm like brushing my teeth and I'm like, oh crap, I didn't do vocal exercises. And then I'm like doing vocal exercises while I brush my teeth. And anyway. But yeah, and then like, so when I am gigging though, and I have like gigs coming up, then I will practice. I will put more time into practicing. Sometimes we'll sit there and play for like 2 hours, just sitting, playing guitar together and practicing songs and playing things. But yeah, I think it is important to, put in some time, but also to have fun with it, because as soon as it starts feeling too much like you're forcing yourself to do it and it's not fun anymore, you're going to lose your motivation. So, another way to get your like motivation up is like, oh, let's learn a new song, and it's so easy now. Any song you want to learn, you can look it up on the internet, find either just looking up the chords of the song. Name of the song, you could either put in chords or chord chart or tabs, right? Tablature is when they like draw out the guitar strings and then show you like what fret to put your finger on. So tablature, anyone can read. It's very easy to read. And you can learn any guitar part from tablature. That's different from reading music, right? So here's Avalon. So here, this is, music written out on the chord chart. So this would be a lead sheet. If you're looking for jazz charts, you would look up a lead sheet. And then on the lead sheet, you usually have the chord changes, which would also be the bass line. And typically, you will have the melody of the jazz standard that is also on there. But you don't have to know how to read music in order to read tablature. And you can find tablature for almost any song that exists. So, just those of you out there that are like, well, I'd like to learn this song or that song, you can learn anything on the internet now. Tell your boyfriend that even your dog is a regular on your lives. Maybe it'll motivate him. I did tell him that. Um, yeah, what's funny is he likes to use this time that I do my lives to practice. Um, so I don't want to cut into his practicing time, but we're gonna figure out some way to perform together. I think it would be boring for him to have to sit around while I'm doing ASMR parts, but so maybe we'll schedule special things where we can come do a little concert together. And Kalea, thank you for being here so much. I'm so glad that you had a fun time. It's been a very laid back chat. I feel like it has not been a very ASMR-y chat, but I have so much fun hanging out with y'all. And let's hear Hell Rider by Judas Priest. You know what? Trevor could totally pull out Hell Rider, I'm sure. He's freaking crazy. Okay, time for bed, George. Good night. Good night. Good night. I'm going to go hit the Whiz Palace real quick so I don't rush my way through whiskey and water so badly. So I'll be like, whiskey and water, whiskey and water. Okay, all right, I'm done. I like how that was illuminating the guitar, but then I realized holy crap, that's really bright when I'm not sitting in front of it. All right, little Nick, thank you for being here. All right, guys, I'm just gonna run use the ladies' room super quickly, and I will be right straight back to a little whiskey and water, a little live chat theme song situation, maybe some actual ASMR if y'all are interested in that. But I will BRB, y'all. Oh, thank you. All right. Kalea, George V, Little Nick. Y'all probably already bailed. But, anyways, if you're still here, have a lovely night. Thank you for dropping in. Sleep Lab Clinic. You know what that reminds me of? Sea Lab underneath the water. Sea Lab. Oh, I can't remember any of the words. But remember that freaking crazy show, Sea Lab 2020, or what was it called? Sea Lab. But Sleep Lab. Sleep Lab is where I want to work. I think Sleep Lab sounds cool. Sea Lab 2021. Yes, that's what it was. But that came out before 2020, right? Before 2021. Because that wasn't during COVID. That was like during, because it was futuristic, right? So it was, we got 17 people in the chat. 17. 45 thumbs upses. That's awesome. Y'all are freaking hitting the thumbs upses tonight. I feel like that's a really high number for YouTube Live. Whiskey and water, whiskey and water. Whiskey, whiskey, whisk. Whiskey me away. Whiskey and water, whiskey and water. Make it last a little longer. Whiskey and water, whiskey water. So you can make it last all night. Some girls ask for cola, some for champagne. But I know just what I want and ask for it by name. Give me that whiskey, whiskey and water. Oh, you can put it in my cup. Whiskey and coffee, whiskey and coffee. The very best way to wake up. When it's raining, I put my whiskey jacket on. And when it's raining and it is pouring, I put on my whiskey coat. Some girls ask for water, some ask for wine. But I know just what I want, and I want it all the time. Give me that whiskey, whiskey and water. Whoa, 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 whisk, whisk, whiskey me away. Whiskey and water, whiskey and water. Oh, it's what I like the best. Whiskey and water, whiskey and water. But I should get this off my chest. If I should ever leave my whiskey, it would be an awful sin. But if I ever leave my whiskey, it would be Yeah. Man, Sea Lab 2020 was so much fun, though. It was so silly. All the Adult Swim shows, like, they were so silly. A crazy world, indeed. A crazy world we live in. Oh my god, Homeboy 590, the last like week and a half have been like the most technical difficulties. I can't, it's been. Anyway, so I feel ya. I feel ya on the technical difficulties. I'm so sorry that you've had some technical difficulties, as it were. Difficulties of the technical variety, if you will. Hello, and welcome to the sleep clinic. Hold on, little mute and scoot, a little mute and scoot, if you will. And then just so I hear you're having some trouble sleeping. Yikes. It's okay. We have many skilled sleep clinicians who can help you. Many skilled sleep clinicians who can help. Our skilled sleep clinicians cannot keep their earbuds from constantly tingling, but they can help with insomnia. Alrighty. So we're going to begin one of our newer sleep autonomous sensory meridian response triggers. Madison, I'm 6 feet tall, or like 5'11" or something. All right, guys, there's some dogs barking in the parking lot, so I'm just going to mute real quick. Hold on. All right, I think El Coast is clear here. So yeah, I am very tall, hence the like extremely long fingers also. And I have a long face. I do. I have a long face. This girl does not. It does. It is like I do what I want. Anyways, okay. So we're just gonna do a little floofing away your tension, okay? So those worrisome thoughts keeping you awake. We're just going to floof, 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 floof them away. Floof, 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 Why the long face? Yes. I did have a long face earlier. It was quite a sad face talking about um, grief and how we should all be grateful for our family that we still have. Floof, floof. Oh, yeah, Taylor Swift is tall also. Yeah. Honestly, I will just say I have always felt so insecure about how lanky and long and awkward that I feel that I look when I play the guitar. And Taylor Swift being like, so what if people think I look lanky and awkward? And I'm going to do it anyway. She is a huge inspiration to me. And honestly, um, yeah, I still feel like I look really lanky. Like the whole time I was playing, all I could think is like, oh, every time I look in the mirror, like look at the screen, I'm like, oh god, I just like look like this like bag of bones. Oh, just like, anyways, I feel like I'm like long and lanky and awkward and weird looking. And Taylor expressing that like she had felt that way too, and she like just went for it anyway. And like, I just, god dang it, super inspirational. Um, I'm on a middle floor. Above and below. Oh, yeah, Outlander, anytime I'm like reaching for something far away, I'm like, the long arms do come in handy. Literally. I'm like, oh, I can reach that because I have a freakishly long arm. Cool. Every time I hit my head on something, I'm like, cool, cool. I'm sure everybody else wishes they could have hit their head on that too. Doorway, lights. Always with like the little dangly things that hang down on the lights. I'm like, oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Anyways, it's like so annoying. Yeah, having people above and below can be kind of crazy, but there's also, I don't know. I'm just glad that I don't have to ride an elevator like 500 floors to get to where I live. That seems like it'd be crazy. The Facebook group I'm in for rock mostly doesn't like Taylor. So yeah, I mean, people who like rock are probably not going to like Taylor Swift. That seems very reasonable. The funny thing though to me is like, I mean, and granted, like everyone has different tastes, everyone likes different things. This makes sense, right? True also of like food, colors for painting your interior walls, like we're all different. But then sometimes with music, there's people out there like, I hate Taylor Swift. I'm like, why do you like hate her though? Like, because if you're just annoyed by someone being in your face all of the time, or you hearing their music all the time, that's not that person's fault. That's like the pop music machine constantly onslaughting the person who they're trying to make famous or whatever, like. But yeah, it's funny. I just have respect for any musician that like gets out and makes music and does something, and I have like no like less respect for someone who makes a type of music that I don't personally like. I'm not like, oh god, people who play polka music, oh, they're horrible. Like no, like they're freaking great. They're wonderful. I don't like that kind of music, but I'm not gonna like speak badly about the people that make the music I don't like. Like anyway, you know, if somebody bought me a ticket to the Eras Tour, I would probably go. I can't see myself being like, I have so much extra money. I'm gonna go do this thing. And just to be honest, y'all, I've not been to a concert in a long time. I just have a really hard time, like, which is actually odd as a musician. I like supporting musicians, like feeling like I'm supporting musicians, but like going to shows and paying like a crazy ticket price. I'm like, I have a really hard time doing that, like just affording it at all. But so the last concert that we went and saw Iron Maiden in San Antonio. That was like several years ago. That was really fun. That was really fun seeing Maiden. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so if I had a friend that was like, come to the Eras Tour with me or something, I'd be like, okay, like whatever, but I don't know. It does look like so much fun though. I've definitely watched a lot of like people who are like live streaming from Eras Tour and like different videos and stuff. Oh, Lindsay Sterling, that's gonna be amazing. She is what an amazing performer. Like, oh, she's incredible. Yeah, concerts are cool, but I'm more of a seeing comedians type of venue. Yeah, yeah, kind of definitely can agree with that. Crow coffee. The crowds and people are scary. Yeah, honestly, the crowds, like I don't even want to go into downtown Austin. It's like too many people, too much scary, too much. I can't handle it. Much less going to some big concert or something. And then, they have like ACL and stuff here, whatever. Like, I went to ACL. I guess it was like my early 20s or something, or, like when I was in college. I think that might have been the last time I went. But, anyways, even that was a lot of people, but it was like amazing. It was fun though. And like, it just seems so crazy now. I like watch a video of all the people or whatever, and I'm just like, yeah, no, thank you. Definitely not. I love heavy metal shit and Taylor. Am I bad? No. I think that's like the best thing you can hope for is like if you enjoy a lot of different types of music, like that's awesome. That's awesome. Like you're basically gonna always be your likelihood of enjoying the music wherever you are is like way higher. People who, have a wide variety of tastes, I think is a good thing. It's like when people ask my favorite ASMR trigger, and I'm like, man, it's really hard for me to like just pick one. It's like the mix and match of going through things and feeling different sounds and noticing different textures. Like that's what it is for me. If I was just listening to one sound only, it would become less satisfying. All right, you guys, man, I'm feeling my low energy kicking in. This is really nice, though. The little silicone sounds. I do freaking love. Actually, it's really focusing on that. Wow, that's nice. I can actually maybe. Are you on YouTube tomorrow night? Sarah. No, tomorrow is TikTok. Monday. So Monday, Thursday, Friday on TikTok. And Sunday, Wednesday on YouTube. I was halfway thinking tonight of like setting up my phone and putting a TikTok live, but like I wouldn't be talking to it. It would just be like, watching me kind of like voyeuristically. And then I was like, no, that's freaking weird. um, and then I don't know if this would be weird, but I thought like, would it be relaxing to like hang out with me while I was editing ASMR videos? You know how like it's like so fun to like study with other people? Like something about just like sitting at a table with someone and you're both studying, even if you're not talking or whatever, but like being around someone who's focusing on something is like kind of relaxing. But then I was like, okay, how much work am I going to get done if I'm like reading a TikTok chat? Yeah, that's hilarious. I think it's hilarious that you call me ma'am. I love that idea. Do it, ma'am. It's just like cracks me up. Okay, cool. Y'all like that idea? Awesome. I did realize like I have to do something to try to like get myself to get more editing done. Yeah, you do call me all kinds of things. It's just freaking hilarious. Hello, Josh. Okay, very cool. Oh, that's so neat that I was your introduction to ASMR. I love that. I'm so glad that you found me here on my personal channel. I'm no longer working for that other channel there that you mentioned. But here on YouTube, obviously on this channel we're literally on right now, I'm also on TikTok. And I do ASMR lives on TikTok as well. Oh, Sarah Barra, you're too sweet. You're too sweet. As a singer, how do you describe your vocal range? I think that I actually don't know, like soprano, alto, tenor, that thing. I don't know. I don't know. I think my range is like 2.5 octaves or something. But I don't think I have a very big range. I don't think I have a very big range. I haven't spoken to Jen much recently, but She is on the Instagram, and I saw her, you know, just like seeing her here and there on Instagram. But that's so crazy because she left that channel like almost 10 years ago. Um, oh, that's so cool. Oh man, y'all. Watched Sister Act on Broadway. And Raven Simone played the main character. Holy crud, that is definitely a once in a lifetime. I don't think I'm an alto. I don't think that I'm low enough. Like my lowest note is like it gets really muddy down there. So okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm a soprano because I feel like my high range is really like really. But yeah, I don't know. I should do you can probably do it. You can probably figure it out online. You can probably figure out what your range is. There's probably like a website you can go to and it'll be like, okay, which note, which notes do you sing? I'll try to figure that out. That could be kind of interesting. Which is my favorite show of all time next to Grey's Anatomy? Oh, SNL, your favorite show of all time, other than Grey's Anatomy. Okay. Okay, you think I'm an alto? Cool. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really identify with being an alto, but just kidding. But yeah, I don't really know. That'd be a fun thing to figure out, though. What is my range? Alto singing by Miss Rachel. Your own personal lower laryngeal position. Anyway. Yeah, I guess I freaking like this sound a lot because it's freaking zonking me out. Here's a good question. When you make ASMR, have you felt relaxed or felt brain melting tingles making videos? Josh, when I am making videos, I am in such a hyper focused mode. Not only paying attention to all of my gear, is my gear on? So like when I start the cameras, I'm like rolling number 1, rolling number 2, rolling audio, rolling however many cameras there are. I say it aloud, I pay attention, make sure that I'm like clapping enough time so I can line the tracks up later, because that honestly takes me more time than anything else, is just lining all the tracks up together. And then I'm so focused on like listening to background noises, making sure I have all my props, listening to the noise of every single thing I set down, because I can't, so I have to, but I can't, be like making loud noise in the video. So to answer your question, I'm a bit too hyper focused to really like get ASMR while I'm filming. I still like, I hear the sounds, I do kind of feel like tingly sensation, but it's not the same as when I'm like listening to someone else's ASMR. Like I just can't actually get completely relaxed while I'm filming because it's just so, that was just like my like the mental demandingness is just like crazy. And honestly, y'all, like when I'm in Athena's videos and I'm her model, I'm just laying there, like I just tell myself, like, look relaxed, look calm, look relaxed, look calm, look relaxed, look calm, because my brain is like hearing all the background noises. Sometimes I'll be like, I'll like hear her necklace or her earrings, and I'm laying there and I'm like, okay, is it worth interrupting her to get her to take off the earrings or necklace? Like, is it gonna actually be an issue or not? And then, like, if I know where the cameras are set up and she walks off the frame or she walks in front of the camera, even though I'm laying there with my eyes closed, I'm hyper aware of, like, oh, she's blocking the camera right now. Or I'm like, oh, you know what? Actually, you know what I should do? I should get up and move that camera over there so that they can actually see. So sometimes she'll do this, like, up the neck thing. And I'll be thinking, like, oh, I should really get up and move this camera under the neck. And then I'm like, thinking in my head, I'm like, wait, but is it worth interrupting her? I'm like, should I interrupt her? I'm like, no, 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 no. But I'm like weighing it out in my head. So it's like the whole time I'm like laying there trying to look relaxed and get this session, like my freaking brain is like, so then I have to tell myself, look relaxed, look relaxed. Don't be like, because if I wasn't paying attention, if I wasn't telling myself to look relaxed, I'd be sitting there like you would see like my eyebrow furrowing and stuff. Like you'd see me thinking. Um so I do obviously like enjoy getting that body work from her. It's still amazing, but it's definitely like not the same as like if I were to just like actually have a session with her, which I should do. That would be so much fun. But because my brain is just like it's just going crazy. So it's the same thing when I film ASMR or whatever. Like I don't think there's any way to like really be relaxed. Oh, dog barking. Sorry. Apparently, there's something going on in the complex. My whole heart, I love dogs. Aww. I know I love dogs so much. If I ever become a rich person, I think I'm gonna start like a dog rescue kind of a thing or something. Like that is just I would just and I just like I just want to go. I want to go to all the shelters and I want to adopt all the dogs that have been there the longest. And I want to adopt all the senior dogs. Senior dogs don't, and then there's people who take their dog back to the shelter just because it's getting old. I'm like, what? What did you think was going to happen to the dog? And anyway, and I know obviously there's many people whose life circumstances end up forcing them to give up their pet, and that's different. That is not the same. Um, yes, oh my God, Greg. All right. Well, I've got my first employee, okay? For my doggy rescue, okay? Got my first employee. Yes, save them all. Save all those babies. Oh, Lordy. Yeah. Oh, 65-pound pit bull. Pitties are so sweet. God, pitties are just like the love. The love that they give you is insane. They're such sweet doggies. Yeah. Yeah, they really should. They do not deserve their bad reputation. And it's so messed up that like the main reason that they have such a bad reputation is not because of them, it's because of bad humans. So yeah, it is so unfair that any doggy Lulu should be punished because of something they didn't do. Um yeah, pure love. They're definitely pure love. You guys, I want to thank y'all so much for such a lovely, lovely evening. It is always so, so nice to just catch up with y'all and spend some time. Jared, Kirby, thank you so much. Josh, Sarah Barra, Greg Gonski. You got quite a trigger name there, Greg Gonski. A trigger name. I just made that up. It's when your name is a trigger word. My third time to rescue a dog. It was her 11th birthday yesterday. Aww. So sweet. Oh, Josh, thank you so much. That is very kind of you. I appreciate that more than these measly little words can convey. I appreciate that so, so much. Thank you for being here with me. Oh, Sarah Barra, she drags my ass down the street on our walks. I only weigh 96 pounds. Oh my god. So yeah, you're tiny and you got this big old dog. That's awesome. Hey, can't wish for anything to like help you feel more safe though, that's for sure. Nice big old dog to protect you. Comfortable coconut cabana. Coco cabana. I don't know why it looks so like blue in here tonight. It's a little interesting. Comfortable coconut cabana. Oh, don't mind us. We're just a couple of comfortable coconuts. A couple of comfortable coconuts. Comfortable coconut cabana. Cocoa cabana. Cocoa cabana cream grapes. Cocoa cabana cream crisps. Crisps. Ooh, unpacking game. Like unpacking your suitcase after a trip. I am one of those people who just like lives out of my suitcase for like several weeks after a trip. And especially if I'm able to like do my laundry while I'm there and then like the suitcase is like filled with like basically clean, freshly folded clothes. That's not that I like live out of a dirty suitcase, but if I'm staying with somebody who has a washer and dryer, then I will often because it's also easier to fit your clothes in the suitcase when they're like packed up and folded and clean and folded and everything compared to like a big pile. Although I've done that too. Kokomo, Kokomo. Down to Kokomo. I know, Greg. I can't wait to see y'all again, though, in a couple days. And if you can't wait a couple days to see me, then come on over to the TikTok, and I will be live tomorrow night. That is one thing, though, like the rolly chair, and then like I'm just always like rolling into like every random thing, and I like the rolly chair, but I wish it had a smaller footprint, if you will, like because the little leg chair things or whatever is just it's a faff. All right, y'all. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I hope that you are feeling like a comfortable coconut. A room full of comfortable coconuts. I appreciate y'all so, so much. If I had a dime for every time I backed into my tray table with coffee on it. Yes, exactly. Good night, Jared. Thank you for being here. Thank you so, so much. Y'all are so sweet. Crow Coffee. Yeah, oh my God. Thank you for being here with me tonight. I mean, of all of the things on the internet that y'all could be doing right now, the fact that you are choosing to hang out with me, like, I honestly can't even frickin' fathom it, to be honest. But I'm so flattered. I don't want to jinx it. Okay, guys. I'm so flattered. I appreciate y'all so, so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And look forward to seeing y'all in just a couple days. Wish you all a wonderful Monday for whatever it's worth. Hope your Monday goes all right as far as Mondays go. And when I see y'all next, we will have all survived yet another Monday. And that is something to celebrate. So, y'all have a lovely evening. Thank you so much for being here. And I will see y'all very soon.